Hi, it's Naomi Rain in sunny Spain. Thank you for joining me for this review.
So, in this review, we'll be talking about my recent experience aboard the Wonder of the Seas in the fleet of the Royal Caribbean. The ship's name completely lives up to the promise. It is so far one of the most amazing experiences I've had. So, I was accompanied by my lovely sister and we shared an inside cabin on the 11th floor. We didn't have the virtual balcony in our room, but I really didn't mind. The room was adequate enough, very well cleaned. The steward came in twice a day and it was absolute bliss. But I get ahead of myself, let's rewind and start again. So it was a Mediterranean cruise. The ship started off at Barcelona, called at Palma, Marseille, Rome and Naples. Then it went back to Barcelona. We flew from Stansted Airport on Ryanair to Spain, Barcelona, then took a cab to the cruise ship. We flew on the day of sailing, but I've since learned that it's best to get to your destination country a day before to avoid any possible delays. It took less than 30 minutes and about 20 euros to get from Barcelona airport to the ship. There were loads of cabs outside the airport, so there was no need to pre-book. We were quickly checked in at Terminal B, we completed the health check, then we went straight to our rooms, quickly showered and headed off for a bite to eat at the Mason Jar. This was my first cruise, but my sister had been there before, so she knew what to expect. The ship had everything you could imagine. A gym, running tracks, loads of pools, an area for adults only called the solarium. There were loads of water slides, fantastic entertainment, the food was on tap, plenty of drinks. There were great excursions, mini golf, art exhibitions. Talking about art exhibitions, there were so many beautiful artworks across the ship. At every corner there was something beautiful to see. This image in particular captured me. I found it so beautiful. Like everything else, it was amazing. A few things to note. There were a few nights that we were asked to join in and participate, so they had theme nights where you either wore all white, Caribbean themes or formal dress, so do take enough clothes for these events. There are no irons in the rooms, so if you need clothes pressed, your steward can arrange this for you for a few euros, but the service is often next day, so you need to book well in advance if you need clothes ironed for the next day. So don't listen to people that suggest that you can steam your clothes in the bath. The ship has excellent steam extractor systems, so steaming your clothes in the bath will not work. Just pay a few euros to get them pressed properly. Rooms get cleaned like twice a day. If you don't want this, you can indicate so by putting the Do Not Disturb sign on your door. Talking about doors, you need to pull them shut to ensure they close properly, and we didn't seem to be able to lock the door from the inside. I'm not sure if this was a designed feature, but it did leave us feeling slightly uncomfortable, slightly vulnerable because we couldn't lock the door. So it's one of those where you put a suitcase in front of the door just to make sure you sleep comfortably at night. The shows booked up pretty fast, however we found that when we turned up we were able to get into some shows as they were not actually oversubscribed or people just didn't turn up for the show. There are loads of opportunities to get your pictures taken professionally, but do note that they cost about 20 euros each, so be prepared for this. If you do get lost in the ship, which you will do, the room finder portal is really helpful and you'll find this on most decks and you can map out directly where you are and compare to where you want to be. So that was a really useful tool. So each of the rooms come with cold boxes to store medication or water. Most of the ship is cashless, so all costs go on your SeaPass card. You'll need to take this with you wherever you go because it lets you into some of the entertainment venues. You don't need it for dinner in the common eating areas, but you do need it to get on and off the ship. For ladies, go lace as opposed to cotton. They dry faster. Also, there is a shop on board to get toiletries, but this does not open 24 hours, So if you need emergency supplies, speak to the staff. They're more than willing to help. So the ship is definitely a family ship. I love seeing the kids enjoy themselves. They had like a dedicated area and they just were so independent, going about doing stuff on their own and having a good time. I felt really safe. I'm sure the parents felt really comfortable and knew that their children were in safe hands. I'll be giving this cruise a 10 out of 10. I don't really have anything to compare it with, but for me this was an excellent experience. It made me consider cruising more. It was fantastic to wake up each morning at a new port and just have everything catered for. It was like an all-inclusive resort. In the next video, I'll share my thoughts on the ports we called at.
Well, that's the end of the review. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.